Greetings and welcome to another Diablo 4 build guide video. Today I want to show you the Stormclaw Druid build, which revolves around the Great Staff of the Crown. This can drop from monsters starting at World Tier 3 and also can drop from monsters in World Tier 4, or you can boss farm or like target farm it by killing Lord Seer or the boss Varsharn. And then it has a really good drop chance actually. So what is this build about? You can probably guess it. It's about Claw and ranks of Claw, and then Claw is also a Storm skill and also casts Storm Strike. So what does it look like in the skill tree? If we go into it, we max out Storm Strike with Fierce Storm Strike, we max out Claw, which is our main damage skill with Wild Claw, and then we have 1 point into Shred. Shred is really nice because it actually dashes to the enemy. You can like weave that in between, and it also helps spread damage through Pain Gorgeous gauntlets. So this is a nice way to get like more speed and dash to the enemies, more mobility. Predator Instinct makes sense because we're close to the enemies. Digigrade is also good because movement speed is always great. We have Ancestral Fortitude and Vigilance for more defense, as well as Cyclone Armor with Preserving, Bloodhold with Preserving as well. Oh, they both are Preserving. Attack speed is really crucial to this build because we want to hit fast. We're not necessarily hitting hard, but we're hitting very fast. Poison Creeper with Brutal Poison Creeper, as well as here some passives in the Wrath node. Neurotoxin and Venom and Toxic Claws are always great synergies because poison enemies get hit harder by our crits, which is great. We get 2 from our amulet, so look out for an amulet that has +2 environment. It's good for a lot of builds for the druid. And here we are going with Bad Omen to get some more damage right here from lightnings, as well as Petrify for the ultimate, which is really cool. It gives us another crit strike damage and helps us greatly against bosses and to crowd control big monster groups. We have another passive like here to get some Fortify. Unrestrained helps us to reduce control impairing effects because we are not really running Unstoppable. So this is really cool. And then if our Fortify is over 50% of our max life, we even have more reduction of the duration of control impairing effects. What a sentence. As for the key passive, Lupine Ferocity makes the most sense because we are hitting fast and a lot, but we want to hit harder, and this helps us to hit harder. As for a Paragon board, not many points have been spent yet. I'm level 77. But as for your first, where is it? First glyphs, you could go with Electrocution. Gives you more Lightning Bolt and Dancing Bolt skill damage. So you can see here we have the Bad Omen, which gives us Lightning Bolts on a lucky hit. And our lucky hit is actually pretty high. It's 50% with Claw, so we actually have a lot of lucky hit. So this will proc very often and give us more damage. And then we go up here and take the Heightened Malice board just to get the Glyph, Fang, and Claw to do more damage to close enemies as we are in Werewolf. And then we go to the Inner Beast board and get Earth and Sky for more damage for nature magic skills, which for example is Storm Strike, nature magic. And Storm Strike always gets also cast when we use Claw. And then we get all these nice notes right here. We get some attack speed right there. And we go to the Thunderstruck board. We will get that legendary note at some point. We don't have the points right now. And get Territorial, which always is nice if we're close to enemies, and we get damage reduction too. Then the Seneschal will, of course, enhance us. Flash of Adrenaline, more damage with duration and tactical to have it more often. And I just use Gripping for now because we want the enemies to come close, and if it pulls the enemies towards us, the better. Lightning Bolt for arcing, breaking, and safeguard. I think that's self-explanatory. Breaking is nice to apply vulnerable, more damage for us, and safeguard, more damage reduction for us. Then we got the gear. We have the vigorous aspect right here. Damage reduction by shapeshift in the werewolf makes sense. We got the Mad Wolf's Glee to stay in Werewolf and get +3 to all Werewolf skills. We got the Pain Gorges, which are new since Season 3, which makes it that if we cast our non-basic skill, so this can be anything from Shred to Poison Creeper to, well, these don't really hit, but even Petrify should proc it. The enemies get marked, and if I then attack them for basic skill, and this is a really low roll, I do basically double the damage. Could be 3 times the damage. So, and it's also echoed, so it means like it's an AoE effect. Then for the pants, we go with the might aspect. Makes sense because we are using basic skill a lot. 20% damage reduction, basically for free. And the boots have the critical strikes grant movement speed, which is very, very nice to move around faster. This is also in the codex. Great Stuff of Chrome, we already talked about. The necklace has the rapid aspect because basic skills attack speed. We are hitting a lot, and this will help us with that. As well as accelerating right here, because we are using the core skill fairly often actually, and every crit will give us more attack speed. And then we have adaptability, which is also new with season 3. So if we have 50% or more maximum resource, which happens a lot because we're using a lot of basic skills, then our basic skills deal up to 80% more damage. So you can see I have a lot of low rolls here because I'm using the codex for these aspects. So this build is actually even better if I have the right affixes, if I have the higher aspects as well. I mean, we're looking at least double the damage here, at least like 40% more damage here. It is a lot. It adds up. And yeah, that is it. And for the for the affixes that you're looking for damage to close, crit, strike, max life, lucky hit chance, and movement speed, of course, plus 10 weapon. Already talked about. Cooldown reduction is always great, and then damage reduction on pants, damage reduction on the breastplate. You don't need Mad Wolf's Glee. It's just, I find it nice, but it's actually a bit outdated, and I could use a better armor. So yeah, that's basically the stat priorities as well. As for spirit boons, we go with reduction of crowd control impairing effects. Again, we are not running any unstoppable, so this will help us greatly together with the, what is it called? The passive, unrestrained passive. Then here, I currently still have 2 boons right here in the eagle aspect. Is it eagle? It looks like a, it doesn't look like a, it doesn't matter. So I got the attack speed right here and crit strike chance. You can also go with crit strike damage, and you can also just go with 1 here, and you just go with crit strike damage, depending on where your stats lie at the moment. Do you have enough crit chance? Do you have enough attack speed? What is enough? It's up to your discretion. Crit strike chance right now is 24 for me. That is okay. And then we actually have the better boons right here. Pack leader, this procs very often. As already shown you, 50% lucky hit chance on the claw, and then on crit strikes that are lucky hit, we get up to 20% chance to reset the cooldowns of companion skills. And you notice we only have poison creeper, but it actually resets pretty often, as you will notice in the gameplay footage. And then you can also go with bolts to get more fortify, because I notice if I don't have bolts, I'm actually not having enough fortify necessarily, so you can toy around with this. And then lastly, we have masochistic for more survivability, getting us the chance to heal us. All right, well, that's the build, and now I will follow up with some gameplay. Thanks for watching so far. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay section. And if you like this kind of video, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel, because there will be more build videos in the future that you can enjoy. And yeah, I see you in the next video. Enjoy. Goodbye.
Wait a moment. I must wait a moment. I do not have enough spirit. I'm not ready yet. must wait a moment. I must wait a moment. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I must wait a moment. I'm not ready yet.